It's Age of Mythology Retold point of view time, and today we're going to be watching Benny WR playing as the Oranos. Now, Benny sent me this game. I haven't watched it. He just said it's a cool game, so I thought, why not? Well, he said let's cast it, so I thought, why not watch it from his perspective, and we're going to see what he can do on this Oranos god against Firefox from the DoD clan playing as the Ra. Now, I think this is a pretty interesting matchup, the Oranos versus Ra, so maybe we'll go into kind of why that is in a little bit. But we've got the oracles that are going to be scouting around to start with. Potentially, they're going to be looking for some relics. Maybe town centers could get grabbed at some point. Normally, Oranos' game plans don't revolve around town centers, but I know some players do like to go for them. You can always go for a fast town center as well with the sky pastures. I still think Oranos has the potential to be the easiest S-tier god in the game. And by easiest, I just mean his skill ceiling is ridiculous, but it's so hard to actually manage to do that with all the sky pastures that you can just drop anywhere. It's basically a god power. There is an underworld god power that is just a sky passage. So Oranos, very, very strong in that regard. He has his shockwave, he has everything. Now, why this matchup is kind of interesting is because depending on what the Ra player wants to do, dictates how you play, kind of. You don't want to get too caught up into one idea and then Firefox's Ra can just run away with something else. And it all goes down to that heroic age. So in the classical age, I don't think it really matters which way you go. If you want to go for the Prometheans and do some kind of Mamillo strat with that, then I think that can be pretty good. Or even like something along the lines of Terma and Prometheans if you want to do some kind of classical fight. The other way is obviously fine. Going into Oceanus, the Caladria, the Mamillo, the poison damage is probably the way we're going to see Benny go, just because that's the kind of the standard which everybody does. If it's Kronos or Gaia, then I really rate the Leto up against the Egyptians. I think Leto is very, very good up against those Egyptians. The priests do struggle with the automatons in the classical age, so can be really good. We'll see if he's... I literally cannot click on that relic. The Oracle is too fat. That's crazy. I think it showed up for a second. I think it's Arrows of the Alpha, which is some damage for your towers. You've got ranged soldiers are having more range, which is going to be very, very nice. Golden Lions. So two good relics up the top side. Yeah, when you see extra range, I think that's worth taking away from the Egyptian. There is a temple up, so he should be able to grab that, and he does. Also scaring the priest away because the Oracle hero, because you have to convert him manually, he just has more attack than the priest. So we'll be able to win out on that fight. He also goes for this one, so that's kind of going into favor quite early, and he is going to go for Oceanus. Now, past the classical age is when you're going to have to decide on what you want to do based on what Firefox does. If he wants to go for those mass barracks units, like loads of spearmen, axemen, slingers, some wadgets, whatever he goes for, then it's really good to go into Satyrs and Chaos going through Hyperion. That's going to be a great counter to all of that. Whereas if he goes in for something like the Migdal units, if he wants to go for the camels, the chariot archers, then you want to go the other way. And we'll see if Benny will do that and read the situation well. It's all about reading the right situation. And it's a 4-minute advance time from Benny, so he has some time to get some damage done. We can't see from our perspective as Benny when Firefox is advancing, but you know he isn't by 4:15. So you're like, okay, so he's going for a bit of a greedier advance time, which means the eco is in Firefox's favor. If you advance later, you just have more eco because you had a villager for an extra minute while the Oranos' town center was working. Sky Passage's up. We've got one Sky Passage in the main base and one Sky Passage down here. The map, I don't know if we mentioned, is Nile Shallows, which means there's going to be hippos everywhere. This citizen also is getting a little bit low, but not a problem if you are either god as that you can go for as Oranos. You can heal this guy up with the Valor, or just send over the Caladria wherever she is. Where is the Caladria? Okay, I have no idea where she is. I don't think I have a... Oh, there she is. I don't think I have a myth unit hotkey button. No. I'm sure I set it up as something, but God knows what it is. There it is. Nailed it. Shift F, what a great button. I set those up to start trying them, and I never did. So Shift D is Mamillo, Shift F was... Oh no, it's everything that's on screen. That's it. Anyway, doesn't matter. If you can try out those hotkeys, the select all of a certain thing button, I think it is really good. The only one I use all the time is my select all heroes button, and I would suggest anybody that wants hotkeys, that would be one of the ones I suggest doing, is select all heroes, because you want to make sure they're on the myth units, then everything else doesn't really matter. But there's no Wadgets coming through from the Ra. It is Sphinx. Now, Sphinx, I've had a lot of experience of this from the Ra perspective, because I'm not really an Atlantean player, but I do like a bit of Ra. And going Sphinx up against... Oh, nice find from Firefox, though. He should be able to deal decently with this Oracle. The issue is the Caladria. If the Caladria comes over to heal up the Oracle... Oh, it looks like the Oracle isn't leaving. So that is going to be a snipe for Firefox. He's be happy about that one. Killing a hero Oracle, not just any Oracle, but one gathering more favor. But if you have something like a Hero Catapultes, which is a really, really fast unit, with the upgrade to make them faster, and then the Caladria to slow down the Sphinx, they just don't get that much damage done. It would definitely be worth having... He's getting Empyrean speed, and he's getting frontline heroics. Okay, and another Caladria. So he knows this is the counter to it. I think Benny is a bit of an Oranos guy, so of course he's going to know it from the Oranos perspective. But when you've played the opposite side of the matchup, you know what's tough for you. And I know I've lost my Sphinx more often than not. And oh, looks like a Caladria Carnivora is forced out over here. And a bit nice dancing around. The Spearman should go down. There is a God Power down, but does manage to save his Oracle, and the Oracle is going to have to run back home. Another hero Oracle is going to be spotted. Is there a flying lady with some wings around? And I don't think there's going to be. Firefox playing this early game really, really nicely. Hierarcho Sphinx to take out all of the Oracles. He's lost 2, and he's up to, or down to 4 right now. If you find this is happening, it might even just be worth just putting them like this. He's doing it now. Putting them on your sky passages. That's the main thing that you need to do as Oranos, so they can just garrison in really, really quickly. The Sphinx comes over, you just pop back out, be absolutely fine. Also the Mamillo here, nice play. And this is the high skill cap of the Oranos, being able to just multitask where your sky passages are, maybe even setting up hotkeys for your sky passages so you can jump to certain ones really quickly. You can filter through them if you have a sky passage hotkey, so you can just kind of go like that. But looks like all the citizens coming through here going to be on the food on this side. There's also some food up here, but as Oranos, saving this one for later is pretty nice. Could even come down to this side, drop another sky passage somewhere else. Could be an idea, because you do have access to 3, and he's only got 2 so far. Now, from Firefox's perspective, we don't know what he's going for from Benny's side. I think it's definitely worth sending maybe one of those Mamillos forward, maybe the Caladria forward, just to have a look and see what's going on. Check the town center. No one on the town center. Check this town center. Make sure. Then just waddle in the base. See, are there barracks units? Are there barracks down even? Is there an armory? Could he be going up to the next age? Because we don't know, being Benny right now. And there could be just those couple of Sphinx into a fast heroic age. The heroic age would be hitting around now, depending on when he clicked up and depending on how many Sphinx he built. But it is a huge barracks army. Absolutely massive. Firefox has hidden this one so well, and this is the beauty of with the sky passages. You only need to send one citizen over there to build the sky passage. If it gets taken out, yes, it sucks, but all the other citizens can just chill back home, jump on these goats, no problem. And Benny is in a little bit of trouble now, but he does do the thing. Goes Hyperion up against the big classical army. It's like as soon as he saw that, he's like, yes, I need some Satyrs out. Oh, this is going to be a big raid as well. Going to be nice to recoup some damage after taking a citizen loss. You need 2 villager kills to make up for a citizen loss, so he needs at least 2 here. Does get 1, should get a second one, third one probably going down, even a 4th one, 5th one, 6th one. Is he going to be able to kill all these villagers? Absolutely wild. Needs to take that one down. And 6 villagers when you basically lost 2. And Firefox isn't paying attention. I think those ones were fine to lose those ones, but losing this wood villager, 7 villagers going down. Another hero oracle. Okay, So if you lose 3 hero oracles, I would count this as 1 villager. So actually, maybe it's kind of nice to keep it a micro though, going over the Carnivora. But I think Firefox is getting some good damage back. Does the Oracle win this fight? He just needs to come back to the Carnivora. It's really helping him out. Wow, this guy defends so well. Just sat next to that Carnivora. Needs to jump back. Anyway, Sphinx in the main base. Could even wait for the Eclipse to use the Chaos so that the Hierarcho Sphinx use their special on their own units. Kind of a wild play that's probably not going to happen. But you don't want to be wasting that Chaos. Using the Chaos so the Axemen attack each other, or even just the Sphinx so the Sphinx attack each other are nice. But getting some kind of stun off, and then the Satyrs coming through to use their special ability could be the way to go here, or should be the way to go here in my opinion. Satyr is on his lonesome though. He is Oranos, so only 1 Satyr spawns, compared to obviously Kronos, which gets your Michael Doublé on the Satyrs. Got medium infantry, Bite of the Shark coming through. So sticking with the Mamillo is an interesting angle up against the Axeman. Maybe expecting Firefox to go into the Spearman, almost predicting the change into the Cantarius. Actually going heroes. Okay, so we've got Heroic Renewal coming through. So this is making the most of this frontline heroics. It's 20% cheaper to turn them into heroes. If you just go mass heroes with Heroic Renewal, giving a little bit of regen and HP on those bad boys. Sphinx coming through here. Nice reaction. Unfortunately, does have to use a shockwave, but loses nothing. Doesn't lose anything at all. So, nice reaction time. If he didn't react straight away, he would have lost at least 1 citizen there, maybe even 2. And the Carnivora is going down. Oracle did make it back home, maybe? No, Oracle died. He was having such a valiant effort from that Oracle. Benny coming forward. Is there something that he knows that I don't know? Is Chaos actually just that busted? Comes forward to do some damage. Maybe it just is that broken. And Firefox is going to run away. All the heroes are in, so the Hierarcho Sphinx just don't do as much damage as they otherwise would. And that is... That was a big play from Benny. He was down so much, so many resources, so many units, so many resource value of units. But the big stun comes off, and Mamillo with the poison damage, big base damage on those guys. Maybe overstepping just a little bit, or maybe not even. You have the Caladrius to heal up. Firefox microing nicely. Benny microing better, does be able to get away from that one. And instead of the Satyrs, went the hero angle. I kind of love it, because now these guys are going to come back. They are so strong. If we compare him over, 150 HP to 121 HP, basically getting 30 extra HP, more damage. The Satyr needs to get pulled back. Nice micro to get that guy back. Maybe after the Pharaoh could be an option, but use the Oranos speed. Just if in doubt, get out. Even sacrificing the 3 Arcas could be a nice idea, but Firefox doesn't overstep anyway, just because the Arcas are so slow. Arcas are 4 speed. The slowest other unit is 5, I believe, if he's not a hero. Or is he 5? Yeah, so just get out. And the Sphinx coming in to get some damage done, but they are going to be going down. I don't know how much damage they did get in the main base. Luckily, Benny did react to that one, because I did not. So I would have lost some citizens there for sure. And the citizen does go down to the Sphinx on this side as well. Sky Passage not yet up. And Firefox so annoying with these Hierarcho Sphinx. I guess the Oranos matchup is a little bit nicer than the Gaia, because the Gaia has the Gaia Lush, which... Oh, Sphinx coming back around to try and kill this citizen. But with the Gaia Lush, it's like these guys are even faster than the Oranos Mamillos on the defensive Lush. Obviously, when they're off the Lush, the Oranos ones are better, but... Mana coming in for Benny is like a little defensive kind of way to easily jump in his Sky Passage. You can just alt-click here and then kind of spam your button to eject, and they will all get to the Sky Passage, is the idea. Also doing double Sky Passage. You do have access to another one, and all the villagers are here, so why not? Why not go for that one? And then a shift into the Cantarius. That I love, because Firefox probably doesn't know that the Cantarius are coming, unless he's spotted this this little army here. He knows that the Arcas are being trained up, so that means Firefox probably going to want slingers to deal with those ones. Especially, we see the Sekhmet coming through. Obviously, Benny doesn't know that, but the Sekhmet slingers to deal with the Mamillos, and the Arcas is pretty nice. Firefox kind of a little bit wayward with those citizens, those villagers. 2 of them gathering the gold mine. I imagine he's on this one, or this one is on his main gold mine. And he doesn't know that yet. Could just... Don't even want to send the Cantarius forward. Just send your Golden Lion forward to have a look. Unless you're going for a mass Cantarius raid, on the other hand, catching him off guard could be an even nicer play. Just guess the gold mine. Firefox is one of these weird players where he might even be on this one. Where he's just gone so out of the way. We'll see if Benny looks there first. These Cantarius 5.8 speeds, they do get around the map pretty sharpish, so why not have a look? Looks like he is on the normal gold mine that you would expect him to be on. Actually, when he's on this town center, he might be on both. You never know. And Benny is definitely going to go and check. Mamillo do run back, and he's kind of on this one. This is a bit weird. 2 citizens on each one, 2 villagers on each one is going to be able to spot this one. And with the town center going up, Firefox trying to recoup his eco just a little bit. These 2 going to go down. These 3, 4 villagers. Oh, if he gets this one. That should be the 4th villager to go down. And now the forward citadel center. What is the reaction to a forward citadel center? Do you just... I mean, there's a couple of options. You can just attack somewhere else and just go, well, you've got that citadel center and that gold mine. I'll just push you off everywhere else, raid everywhere else, or just go for a big attack on the main base if he wants to. He can grab a couple of town centers himself. I mean, he's fine to just sit back. Like, Benny's done the damage now. You can just grab this town center. You can grab this one if you really want to. Or you can go Mythic Age if you want to. Go for some kind of big play later on. Go for some... I mean, you can just go for whatever you want, really, at this point. There's so many options with Oranos. I think this is why Oranos is a god which everyone at the kind of top level really likes to play, because he's so versatile with what you can go for. There's no cookie cutter set in stone build that you can go for, apart from going Carnivore, Caladria, Hero, Mamillos early. Apart from that, yeah, the world's your oyster. And it is going to be the Mythic Age. Okay, Helios on the way. Is there... No, there is no palace up right yet. So, citizens need to think about it. Need to cancel ballistics, cancel copper shields, get that in. Or he just needs to jump on a wood line, is the other option. One of the best things that you can do with Oranos, Gaia, and Kronos is there's no drop-off sites. So you just walk them over there, grab the resources that you need, and it's exactly what he's doing. Just going, I'm going to grab 300 woods worth. Don't need to force drop anything. 300 wood, just spam the button, build your palace. As soon as you've got it, I imagine it is just going to come up here. It's probably just spamming it. Nothing else to do right now. Click. And then back onto the gold mine. It's normally going to be the way to go. Secure yourself a gold mine. And all the rest of it. And it is where he went. I love it. Okay, Mamillo going to be coming down here, looking for some more damage to this gold mine. The issue is you want to commit as little as possible to this, because while this has been going on, while Benny's been sitting back, Firefox is on 2 and a bit town centers. Because the Citadel Center works as like 1.25 town centers or something along those lines. So he's gaining villagers very quickly. So you don't want to be sat back too long on 1 TC unless you've got something that you're going for. And he is going through Helios now, which will be a big siege myth units, big siege weapons if you want to get those upgrades. And he is also distracting down here. Firefox having to run the 4 laborers away. He really committed to these like 4 laborers here, 2 laborers here situation. Sky pastures are going to be up all over the place for Benny WR, and in comes the big Firefox attack. Is there a chaos available in 2 favors time? But there is going to be an eclipse for Firefox. And what does Benny do here? He can jump through this sky passage or just run back. It's up to him, really. Ark is trying to come through to do some damage, but they're going to be met with a Migdal Stronghold. What's coming through here is so many Axemen and the Slingers with their upgrade against the Mamillo. So the Cantarius are going to come in clutch here. That's what Benny needs to realize. He also might need another TC for some population. What does he go for? Chaos on this side, take out all the Slingers is probably going to be the best option. But we'll see what he does decide to go for. And leaving it for the time being. Nice micro to pull back away. This is a scary Firefox Egyptian army. Can always run through the sky passage if he needs to. And is going to be going for that one. Palace goes down. It's the beauty of Oranos. You can just run away whenever you want to. If you have a Sky Passage up, which good Oranos players like Benny are always going to have that, just get in the Sky Passage, run away. As long as this isn't your last Sky Passage, even if the Sky Passage goes down, your units are still in it, they will just move to the other one. Like, they're absolutely fine. And a new one comes up on this side. Firefox, man spreading his gold mines absolutely everywhere. And Helios is in. What does he use? He uses it here. Maybe just to take out all the villagers? That's wild. Because it does take a while for it to come through. And he does get some big villager kills. The first one is free, because the second one is also free. So it's one of those things, obviously, the first of every god power is free, but because you get 2 of them, it's essentially like it's free, so you can kind of use it however you want. Now he has the Centimanus to throw some units away. Chaos going to be used as soon as the Eclipse comes through. I thought that might be used, but did hit all the Axemen as well. How is your micro being Benny? We'll see what he can do here. It looks like the Slingers are trying to get through to the Archers, but they just cannot get there. The Centimanus does ridiculous damage at this stage of the game against classical units. Look at this guy go. 2k damage already. Kind of wild. Champion Kantari has come through as well. And the Firefox army just gets obliterated. Wild how much damage this Myth unit does. The champion upgrades coming in absolutely clutch. And I think the Slinger micro was a little bit off. But either way, Benny wins a massive fight. He has another Vortex to come through if he wants to build out some Centimanus or just spam units. Looks like he doesn't have the favor to because he obviously reused it on that Chaos, which was definitely the play, wanting to reuse that one. I kind of would have liked it. I mean, obviously, it worked out amazingly, but I kind of would have just liked it on the Myth unit, so they would just attack each other. But maybe it's just better how it was, that the Axemen weren't attacking your Mamillos for 2 seconds, which allowed the Kantarius, Arcus, Satias, Centimanus to kill it off, so probably was better. But still, nice play. Firefox trying to defend, but I don't think he's got much left in the tank at all. And Benny WR does take that one with the big hit from the Centimanus, forming a little island, which was nice. It's just a well executed Oranos game. Oranos is a very hard god to play, but if you know your matchups, then it can be very good. And this Ra one is a little bit tricky, but Benny shows us how to do it.